session. That's done. So I got that. Wonderful. So welcome to the session. I really appreciate your time and your precious commodity, which is your time. And who is talking to you? So let me get back to myself. My origin is Turkish. I grew up in Germany, like any other Turkish person, so to say. you know. And I was, what shall I say? Yeah, I started my career. And for the ones who are on, please put yourself on mute. That will help us with the quality as well. We can put everything in the chat as well. I will monitor the chat. No problem at all. So great. So yeah, Turkish, grew up in Germany, then went back to Istanbul, started my career, multinational company for 30 years, and they made me redundant. And I followed my passion, which is about coaching, executive coaching, career coaching, adolescence coaching. And I love to work with companies, not for companies anymore. So I'm providing workshops and I'm lecturing at universities. And I wrote a book as well, Break Free from Your Hamster Wheel. I love to empower women. And I'm also very much an advocate of diversity, inclusion, and equity in corporates. Hello, hi, Marieke. How are you?
Hello, Hulya. Fine, thank you. Good to see you again.
Good to see you. Absolutely. So let's go into the session because it's 30 minutes and I know you want to hop in and hop out. So we will allow you to do that. And we're talking today about the most important relationship we have in our lives. And that's the relationship with ourselves. And yet, we don't really take good care of this relationship, which is so important. Sometimes we neglect, sometimes we put it aside, but it's so important that we take care of this. And we have our own identity as well. Sometimes we lose this identity. Sometimes we are associating our real personality and humanity with either titles, motherhood, spouse, you name it. But when we have a good relationship with ourselves, we're also less needy of anyone else to appreciate us, to recognize us. And it creates lots of space for yourself, but also for your relationships with your friends, your spouse, your partner, and your children. And we enjoy even more. And your well-being is number one. You know that when you're on a plane, what's happening? First, you need to take care of yourself with the oxygen mask before you can help someone else. And that's very important. So let's see what we can do to nurture our own and how we can create a healthy relationship with ourselves. And it starts with knowing yourself. And there are some key ingredients, the relationship with yourself. Understanding, accepting yourself as you are, without comparison, without the ups and downs, without the negative self-talk in our head, which is always spinning. Self-compassion, show to yourself self-compassion and say to yourself, you are important. Because if you know yourself, if you have that foundation right, you can thrive in life, in your career, in your personal life as well. Because you will gain self-esteem, confidence, you'll be sure of yourself, you've got lots of love to share, lots of confidence, lots of knowledge to share with others. So let's dive a bit into all these little key ingredients, shall we say. And now that thyself, Socrates, that's it. How do we know ourselves? So just, thumbs ups or down. What do you think about yourself? Do you think you know yourself? Say this or this. If you think, or if you're in the middle, you don't need to answer as well. I can check out the chat because it's difficult to know ourselves. It's not easy. Yeah, you know, great. Thank you, Susan. Thank you. Wonderful. Why is it so difficult? Because we don't take enough time to know ourselves. And that's sometimes a challenge. If I would ask you, what's your passion? Some would say immediately what it is. Some would say, oh, I never thought about this. because it's not always apparent. Or if I say, hey, what's your values? Sometimes it's like, oh my God, I never thought about that. And it really starts when I've got to say, when you're in doubt, get your values. And here's a simple exercise for yourself, which is creative, to get to know yourself a bit better. And this is, oops, give me one sec. Here we are. It's Destination Me. It's about a personal map that you can create, be creative about yourself. And what is that? It encompasses the values that you have for yourself, what's important for you in life, your strong points, things that are easy for you, you love to do, skills like, I don't know, speaking, relationship building, being flexible, the anchors for yourself, what's really the foundation, and create your personal map like this. It's creative. I do this a lot with students. I do this a lot with as well career professionals. For career professionals, I have a certain workbook, of course, but here it's from a student because I'm lecturing at universities as well. And you can see what it is. It's about your character strength, really listing down 10 of them. What are they? Your life priorities. Here from the students hanging out with friends. For you, maybe it's family, downtime, having enough time for exercise, the growth areas, because let's face it, we always have room for improvement, and that's nice. What would you like to improve more? Would you like to spend more time on self-care? Would you like to be more listening skills? Or would you love to see yourself more calm down, and easier to make decisions? It's your map. This is the first step to know yourself about what ticks with you, what do you love, what's really the non-negotiable, we call them the values, and also what's important for you in the middle as your anchors. Yeah. And if you have written this down, you know where you want to go, what you want to improve, and to accept yourself as you are. Because this is where we are normally. We don't accept ourselves as we are. And sometimes that's getting very difficult. Any questions around the personal map? All good? Sounds like it. Good. Let's continue. Top priorities. What are these? And I always try to get them until 3 because we've got many top priorities. But if you can slim them down to 3, then you have a guide, a journey where you want to head. It's like setting goals, right? What's your top priority here? What's important for you in life? What would you like to achieve? What is the legacy you want to actually leave for your family, for your kids, for yourself? What would you like that people tell about you? What is top priority for you? For the personal map, I've got a bit of instructions here because I believe it's important because we are recording and people might want to read it, right? To see what we can do. All the star qualities that makes us shine as individuals, character strengths, the areas where we need to grow as people, because we always want to grow. So where would you like to grow? Have you ever thought about this? All the things that we would like to spend time on, life priorities, having tea, having enough time to do exercise, and as well the things and concepts which are most important, the values. And after all, this is just to commit to our anchors, the small things that you can do every day to be the best version of yourself. A small thing, it doesn't need to be big. We don't need to fly to the Maldives or get on a wonderful double course, or something. Small things, because that's the beauty of this. Small things makes us more happy than spending thousands of, I don't know, Swiss francs to spend holidays in the Maldives with someone we don't like. Yeah, so that's really important. Then, accepting yourself as you are. And nowadays, it's very difficult, I find. Why? Because we've got so much impressions from social media. I mean, we might be in a better state because we are a bit more, how shall I say, the generation Y, not the generation Z. But, still you compare yourself to X, to Y, not even artist or something, to someone else in your company organization, which is nice if it's healthy, because that gives us the drive to grow, that gives us the drive to learn. But if it becomes obsessive, if it becomes like an addiction, then we shall be aware of it, because you are good enough as you are. You are great as you are. Your nose is fine. It's your nose. You don't need to do any aesthetic or something, it's good. Here we are. That's where we are. And it's so difficult nowadays to people to accept themselves as they are. But that gives you self-compassion, and it helps you to grow. You will be not perfect, and that's great. We are not perfect. We are not all these AI robotics or whatever. We are who we are. And it's great if we have that solid foundation, that we are not getting influenced by anyone, that we are not becoming a copy of someone else. You are true to yourself, and that's important. And that will give you fulfillment in life, will increase level of happiness and loving yourself as you are. So let's go. And we don't need to have any approval and recognition from someone else, because you are going to tap on your shoulder and say, I did this. And that's what we're looking for. Now, trick negative self-talk. Anyone here had already negative self-talk? Raise your hands if you had. Yeah, normally we always have. Yeah, me too. It's like, oh God, I screwed up. Oh my God. Oh, I'm not good enough. I can't do this. And it's easy to go into this very viral spiral thing, in this vicious circle of negative self-talk. And negativity doesn't help us. Whereas here, we can change how to shift the negative self-talk with positive self-talk, or even let go on all the negative things and thoughts that we have throughout the day. And for that, I would like to go with you and invite you to a mind walk. It's going to be music, and I will walk you through it. So let me share something else. Give me one sec. Where is my iTunes? I will find my iTunes. Here it is. I've got to share the sound, and I will just play something. But before we play something, I want you to ground yourself with it. Let's close the eyes. You can also have open your eyes, but just close your eyes and breathe in on 4. Hold on 4 and breathe out. Let's continue this for a while. I will just start the music. Just nod with your head. Yes? Good. Thank you. Now, I'm inviting you to something. I'm inviting you to take a walk with me. A walk in green. A walk in a forest. You walk, you start walking. Step by step, enjoy the process. Inhale. Think, try to envisage the smell of the leaves, and also the steps on all the leaves. They might make noise or not. What else do you see? Is it light? Is it a dense forest? Is it just a little green grass? Whatever it is, just keep on walking. Keep on walking. Keep on walking towards a lake or a river, somewhere where we have water. The river is nice. It could be the sea as well, but somewhere where we have water. Inhale. Try to smell envisage the smell of the water, and it's salty. Maybe it's moss, some algae, whatever it is. Try to envisage that. And now, since you're at the border, at the shore of the lake, river or sea, look around you. See, check out some pebbles, stones, heavy stones, little pebbles. What I would like you to invite you to is just grab one pebble or stone and associate that with the negative thought you want to get rid of. Feel the weight. Anything which is negative at the moment, anything you want to get rid of. Could be a person, could be a thought. Have you felt the weight? Might be really big, it might be heavy, or it might be not. Throw it in the water. See the ripples fading away. If it's the river, it just floats. If you feel like it, you can pick up another pebble, stone, rock even, and continue that exercise once more. Anything which is negative, throw it in the water and see how it vanishes. Now, I want you to turn around. I want you to feel. How does it feel at the moment? The lightness, maybe a different feeling. Slowly start to walk back. Walk back to the starting point, slowly but surely. Feel the light. Feel the lightness of what you have let go just now. Let go what you don't need. And whilst I'm fading away the sound, I'm inviting you to slowly but surely come back to the here and now. Open gently your eyes. Look around you. Just exhale. Nice exercise to just feel lighter. Let go of all the toxic things that you might have. Whatever it is, it might be negativity as well, to feel better in yourself. So let's get back to our exercise. How was this exercise?
Very relaxing for me.
Wonderful. Love it. Love it. And whenever you feel like it, you can envisage, but when there is something negative, write it down on the paper, smash it, and throw it away if you wish. Another quick exercise. All
but
right.
not on the floor. We don't litter.
Exactly. Absolutely. Thanks, Christina. Now let's continue in our session and let's see about self-compassion. So we did let go everything, but self-compassion, sometimes it's very difficult for us. And we always have that kind of, tendency to show self-compassion to other people, but not to ourselves. So we're really harsh on ourselves, right? That's what we always do. So be mindful about that. Recognize what are your emotions. If you're stressed, you're stressed. If you're struggling, you're struggling. Name it in your head. Don't shame it and say, you know what? I'm stressed. I need to go out and I need to breathe, or whatever it is. But get the self-compassion with you. Do self-kindness. Support yourself. Even when you're having a hard time, don't compare. Don't be critical, too critical. Catch yourself when you're too critical and change your mindset and connect with your own self. Remember that everyone can make mistakes and experiences are difficult at times. We are not alone. No, never we are. Thank you. Very relaxing and grounding. Great exercise. Thank you so much for the comments. And we're going to have another exercise, which is about here, taking a selfie. But we're not going to take a selfie like this. No, it's going to be a mind selfie. It's a selfie to ground ourselves again, to connect with ourselves. And I will mind again walk you through this exercise. It's an interesting one. I love it very much. You can do that in the morning or in the evening before you go to bed. And it's about checking on ourselves, taking time for ourselves, recognize our emotions, understand ourselves better, and regulate our feelings. Now, with no further ado, and I'm also checking the time, great. Let's do it. The selfie for ourselves. The best is again, breathe in, breathe out. And I will guide you through the exercise. It's about checking on each of your body parts. Where are they? What do they need now? We're going to start with your mind. And I invite you to put your hand on your head. No, here on your head. One hand, two hands, and ask your mind now, close your eyes, ask it, hey, mind, how are you doing right now? How have you been lately? What do you need more or maybe less of? And listen to your mind. What does it say? Does it say nothing? Does it say okay? Does it say it's too much? And just say to it, whatever it says to you, hey, I hear you, I love you, I got you, and I'm not leaving you, I'm here for you. Now we move to the body part. You can hug yourself, you can put something on the hand on your wrists, but one body part which is important for you. Yeah? You can hug, you can do this, whatever you like, and ask the same. How have you been, dear body? Are there any aching parts? What does it need right now? What do you need more or less of? Even feel better, to thrive. When you got the answer, say again the same. It's like a prayer. I hear you. I love you. I got you. I'm not leaving you. We continue with the heart because our heart is really the force of life. Put your hand on your heart. And we don't check it out all the time. We think and we take it for granted that it's just pumping all the blood into all our vessels of our body. And ask it, how are you now? How have you been lately? What do you need right now? Emotionally, more or less of. Say the same. Hey, I hear you. I love you. I got you. I'm not leaving you. Thanks God we don't leave it, so that's good. Needed to make a little remark. And life force. What is the life force? It's both. What is it? Our heart. And put one hand on your tummy. The brain, the second brain, our gut. Feel the tummy. Oh, how is the tummy feeling today? Not good eating, too much junk food. It has got cramps. Is it because I'm going to do a presentation? What do I need to have more or less of? And then say the same. I hear you. I love you. I got you. And I'm leaving you. I'm here for you. At the end, since you checked all the body parts, just do a little small thing for you to thrive. small little component of your parts of your body which are important for you and say, pat it in your heart. Put your two hands and pat it in your heart saying, hey, that's my personal promise today or this evening because I ate junk food. I'm going to eat healthy. Or say, hey, I'm going to do breathing exercises because my body needs them. Or I'm going to do 5 minutes yoga. It will help me to even ease the pain. Whatever it is, tap it in your heart. Because our relationship with ourselves to be healthy is the most important. And gently and slowly invite you to come to the here and now. So that's a selfie that we can do in the evening or in the morning. You can even do it with your kids because sometimes kids are also very, very stressed. And I love this exercise to just calm down a bit. When I check, yes, I need to actually continue. I've got 3 minutes left. But if there is anything else you want to ask me, my contacts will be there. And what I'm inviting you is after that, create joy for yourself. Like the kids with rainbows and just jumping. Sometimes being a kid is so important. And how can we do? Make yourself happy. And these are little things that you can do. Joy, having joy. For example, I've got my Turkish tea here, right? I enjoy my Turkish tea. I would specifically brew it. I would never say, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to have my tea back. No. For me, this is precious time. I'm valuable. I'm worth it. Do anything which makes you happy. Put a little flower on your table, maybe. Or buy yourself a little chocolate, or just go for a walk, or take this wonderful cappuccino that you like in this famous cafe. Even if you're alone, you're worth it. And that's what I would like to give you. Take care of yourself. You are precious. You are unique. You are magical. And I love the song. I don't have time now to play it from Robbie Williams. I love my life. I am magical. I am incredible. I am me. I love that. So I will give you that on your way to feel great about yourself, worth yourself because you are unique. These are my kind of, handles. I'm sure it will be part of the recordings that you can have access to later on. And with that, thank you so much for participating today in my session. I appreciate that. I'm open for any questions or answers you want to ask because I'm still here. I will not hop to another one until everyone is going to other sessions because I know it's like everywhere today. It's so many nice and valuable sessions that we have with all our experts. Got one question in the chat. Let me see. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Merci. Wonderful. Thank you. And if you have any questions or whatever, just let me know. Thank you so much, Irene. Love it. Thank you, Susan. Thank you so much, Christina. Enjoy the rest of the sessions. Make the most out of it. Bye. Thank you so much, Christina. Appreciate that. I'll stop sharing now. Oh, here we go. And I'm also going to stop the recording.